that's when I need those.
Yeah.
Are you journaling?
Actually, I have this laptop, my accent, this laptop where I actually journal every day.
And then too, one scripture, and I heard you mention Jesus. And I'm going to tell you what has worked for me. In the Bible, it says, he who the Son sets free is free indeed. So when you had that reprieve where you was able to make a conscious decision and not pick up the dope, that was a point of freedom. And sometimes, and I'm telling you, this is, 18 years later, and sometimes it's still, the thought it might creep up, or, it's not only with the drugs, but sometimes it's the lifestyle and just, how I can hit a lick. I mean, just anything that I know that can really destroy me if caught, And one of the things I say out loud when I feel that coming is, he who the Son sets free is free indeed. When I say it, instantly lives.
And it does.
You have to say it out your mouth.
I'm with 2 other chosen people. That's crazy. That's
say
crazy.
It out your mouth. It'll instantly lift. And yes.
There's times where it just comes, and that's so true, because oh my goodness, ain't that the truth? I had them shackles on.
And the enemy he'll make you think that it ain't gonna be no better. You ain't gonna. It's too much work. Yep. You too far gone. You did too much. It's irreparable. Mine was I thought everything I did was irreparable.
What does that mean?
So the relationship with my mother, the relationship with my siblings, the relationship with my kids that got taken twice. My career, I hadn't went to college. I decided to be a dope man after I did a degree.
Ain't that something?
You know what I mean? A finance degree. Now I got paid. You know what I mean? I got a finance
That's like
degree.
I say, I didn't start using until I stopped selling.
See,
Ain't
that's
that crazy?
funny. That's crazy. That is really backwards.
And so, it's like some of those relationships and some of those things that I messed up. I just felt like I couldn't fix them.
Yeah.
Like they were so badly broken.
Yeah.
And that was a lie.
It was a lie. And that's what he does. Is them late nights when I'm struggling, that's what he puts in my mind. But that's when I gotta really put God first. Like, it's him first. My sobriety and my baby is tied neck and neck, because if I'm not clean, you're not gonna have a chance to survive, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna be the one to do that to another person that deserves to be here, obviously.
So how's those dreams?
Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm saying. You guys are amazing. Those dreams are really, really tough.
Okay.
And if I don't put a stop to it right away, because of the religion and the spiritual connection I have with God, because I'm still growing. You know what I mean?
You are.
Like I said, it was the spirituality was religion. Everything was stripped from me. My faith, it was. You had a veil. I barely had that. I mean, my toes was scraping on the concrete. Face was smeared on the concrete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Only neck was up. I was in a quicksand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at night it's really difficult because I can smell the substance. So I had a dream I want to share with you guys, if that's okay.
Talk to me.
By the blessing of God. I was raised a Muslim, but the older I got, the more I started to realize everything that was taught to me might have been a lie. So I started tapping into other things, and Jesus is a really important part in the Islamic culture as well.
Right.
And we favored one more than the other, and I realized that's wrong, because there's something you can learn from all prophets and stuff. And so I had a dream, and I've been telling God, like, these dreams might be what's going is real hard for me, because in those dreams I'm not only I can smell it, I wake up and I feel the euphoria, the dopamine,
Right.
And I have to instantly put a cut to it. I have to instantly put a bridge between it. And I had a dream, I'm holding the object, obviously, of what paraphernalia.
Yeah, the stem.
The stems, the stem. I'm holding the stem and the crack cocaine, and the crack keep falling every time I want to put it on the stem.
Right, it wouldn't go in.
But the one time it did go in, because someone's nudging me to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And Jesus just came floating.
Wow.
And it just yanked out of my hand like magnet.
Wow.
And took it with him.
When did you have this recent dream?
This was like not even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I kept praying and saying, like, these dreams are really, really what's hard for me at night. You know what I mean? Like, because it creeps in and it's like so surreal. Because it's making the situation that I was in a light manner.
Yeah.
and it's playing tricks on me. And I'm just now taking my medication and getting the professional help, but I'm at the very beginning of my recovery, and this is where it's really like do or die. You know what I mean?
And them dreams are going to come back from time to time.
Yeah, they haunt me.
And I believe everything God do is for a reason. I pay attention to everything, and that right there is letting you know that I'm with you when you sleep too. I got you. Okay, and I was
don't make me jump out this window right now.
No, I just want you to know that you listen. Just don't pay attention to sign. Listen, we trust in a lot of things before we trust in ourselves and our gut. We trust every chair we sit in.
Right.
Like I said, we don't even check the legs and just flop our asses on it. Just know it's going to hold us. Don't even check the legs, but we don't trust ourselves and our own gut.
Right.
Your Father was saying, trust in that sign that He gave you in your sleep, because that's when it's going to be tough. And I ask you that question because not only are you going to have them substance dreams, but you're also going to have those abuse dreams.
Right.
And then you have someone in your life and then being touched.
Right.
There's a lot of things to go along with that. And I want to make sure that you're okay. And I want to make sure that you got a good support team and good friend sponsors.
Right.
And that's what this is about.
Yeah. Do you sponsor?
I do not, but I am.
It's always the ones I want that I'll sponsor, y'all.
Right. But you know what, though? We sponsor them, brother and sister love.
That's right. See what I mean?
You hear what I'm saying? So we still sponsor.
You're so warm. So toasty she is.
But definitely want to be your support system, you know, through your whole journey. And one thing about dreams don't get you high.
Nah, they don't.
Not in reality. I mean, thinking they do.
Give me some on that, Mona.
When I wake up, we sure do feel good.
I know.
They don't get you high.
And you know what? And I used to have a sponsor that just told me just like that. She said, dreams don't get you high.
I be asking him, did you hear that? Did you smell that? He was like, oh, Lord.
And it's going to happen. You know, you got your fog is still just lifting. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
You know, don't think that you're right where you're supposed to be.
Right. Right.
And so I guess I'm sharing that to say, just don't pick up no matter
I
what.
don't plan on it. I'm
know
glad
how it feels.
Yeah.
You know, no matter whatever may come down the pipe, you will get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's no going. It wouldn't make sense to go back now.
Temptation. What was your biggest trigger?
I think my biggest trigger was fear.
Fear.
Yeah, fear. I became so crippled with fear. Because I didn't have family members that were dope boys that was selling. You know, I didn't know anybody from the streets. I had to just meet people along the way. You know what I mean? And it came with like its problems, its differences. You know what I mean? And I had to prove myself constantly.
Yeah.
And then I just got engulfed with fear. And I know that was coming from the enemy because it wasn't real.
Right.
But it's something that I brought on myself as well. And then I just took it and accepted it. Like I stood on that. Okay. And it showcased in every decision I made and how I viewed myself, my self-worth, my love, what places I went into. You know what I mean?
I do.
How deep it was. There's this place on Main Street that's no better.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that, you know what I'm saying? But there's some people in there that you might be able to reach out to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
for sure.
How you been getting around?
Oh, I get Ubered everywhere. It's like I do.
No, that's good.
I take Uber. He doesn't want me to take the bus.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's good.
Yeah.
Because less is better.
Yeah. Keeps
you away from your distractions.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to chase desperation. You can stay inspired.
Yeah. Well, all I do is honestly, I don't leave my house unless I have to. That means if I gotta go see my doctors. That means if I gotta go pick up my medication. Do grocery shopping. We got washer and dryer. There's no need for me to go and galley up and go look for things because that's one of my biggest triggers too is isolation. Because when he goes to work, like you said, I'm stuck with my thoughts and myself.
That's right.
And as an addict, I can convince myself of anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And those are the moments where it's like, okay, what am I going to choose to serve today? Am I going to choose to love myself and serve God, or am I going to be a traitor to myself?
Or you gonna go back and fight that
and it's an everyday thing. Yeah. There's some days you don't think about it, it gets easier.
Yeah.
And it does get easier.
Well, you're fighting for two now.
And I'm fighting for two now.
You're fighting, and hope ain't one breached, but you're fighting for two.
Exactly. Now y'all know I'm sober. Y'all can tell when I'm sober when I'm not sober. It's a difference.
But I love it, man, and and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna drain you when it comes to this, but
no, it's all good.
I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that you're safe. You answered all the things that I wanted to know, and people have been wondering.
Okay.
more so my main thing was when you lay down by yourself was my main concern.
Yeah, that's when he does.
And your safety.
Yeah, safety.
Because everything can be a trigger.
Absolutely.
Reaching out, somebody touching you can be a trigger.
Absolutely.
Because you've been through so much.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know how to love people who've been through addictions or abuse.
That's right.
You can't even hug her the same way.
No.
You know, so I want to make sure that you're okay with that, man.
Yeah.
And I got you.
And it's beautiful how you need
He's
to
good.
stop.
The correct
Oh my
spelling of your
God.
name and your phone number,
I will.
email, and definitely going to get you connected. I would love to invite you to church service to come and worship.
Absolutely.
I go to City of Grace. No perfect person allowed is
Okay.
our motto. So.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
I love
so definitely will make sure, you know, if you need a ride or whatever, I definitely.
And we can you can set your phone up for prayer every morning if you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because
You on
we're in
Facebook?
every morning.
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on my Facebook.
Yep.
name.
Yep.
You see that prayer I post every morning?
I
The
do.
pastor?
I do. Yeah, he's from Columbus.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yes.
his church.
Yes.
Going to get you connected with some resources and
Yeah, I need
you know,
baby stuff.
women group, and yes, infant maternal. We're going to make sure that you have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy birth.
Thank you so
You
much.
stay this way, I'm telling you, in a couple months we're gonna do your baby shower.
I don't know about that because I'm shy when it comes to stuff like that.
That's all right.
Right.
I bet you take them things.
You know me. That's so funny.
We are here staying connected with my sisters. I want y'all guys to say something positive. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Talk to the people. Talk to your girls in the streets, man. The ones that you left behind you.
Listen, y'all knew how off the chain I was. And I want to appreciate those that saw me for who I was. You know, as a pregnant woman, you know, giving birth you're in a thin line between life and death. You understand me? So if I ever came across very arrogant or disrespectful, which is not in my nature, but because of the substance effect on my mind and my body, if I ever hurt your feelings or made you cry or anything like that, I do appreciate that. And I don't say that because everyone knows I'm a sweetheart, but just unintentionally, because now that I'm gaining back my soul and my life, my mind, body, and spirit, there's things that I have to reach out to just for my own safety and for my own delivery to be a good, successful one. For all the women out there, man, I want you to know you are very godlike in your own manner, and you are loved, and you're not forgotten, because there's still somebody that has that light on for you, that's still praying for you. You know what I mean? And for Summer and Heather that's going through this, if you guys get to see this video, man, y'all can come up out of that, and that baby is gonna be nothing but love for you. And I know you guys are strong. To all the women, Chunky, Barbie, and everybody, I love you guys. Stay prayed up, man, because that streets ain't got no love for nobody. Y'all know that. And as women, as queens of women, you know you belong in a house, a roof over your head, clean clothes and all that, things that we took granted for. And just wake up every day and count your blessings and be grateful for just getting to live another day. You know what I mean? It's nothing but love. And I'm going to keep everybody in my prayers for those addicts that's still sick and suffering. There is a way out. Where there's a way, there's a will, or however you say it.
You said it the right way. Y'all heard it from Nimo, her and the little baby boy. We out here staying connected. Let's go.
Yes! Shout out!